Something really powerful came through for me last night, and it's something that my healer Melissa told me, which is that self-love is God love. This is really profound because when we truly love ourselves and accept ourselves, we can't really do it from the perspective of the human, the personality, the ego, because it's always going to hold us against some sort of standard of how we should be, what is acceptable, what is lovable. And the only way to unconditionally love and accept yourself is when you're looking at yourself and the situation with God's eyes. Because God only sees perfection. God does not judge. And this whole experience we're having is a projection of consciousness. So if there's anything that God rejects or deem unacceptable, it would not exist in a universe where there is perfect order and harmony. So the only reason why something exists is because awareness and consciousness and God has already allowed it to exist. And God knows everything because God is everything. He knows every thought, every emotion, every action you've taken, every intention behind those actions. He's been with you since the beginning. Beyond this lifetime, He's been with you since... It's not really accurate to say beginning because there really isn't a beginning. And you are God after all. God is living through you and experiencing through you. And only love is real. Everything else is an illusion. Everything else is fear, which is ultimately an illusion. Because what are you really afraid of? Death? Death doesn't exist. We're eternal. We can't ever be separated from anything. We can't ever disconnect ourselves from God. We can never not be. So, what are you even afraid of? What's the worst that can happen? If you really think about this, it's very clear that fear is just a smokescreen. So, the important question is, how does God perceive this? And that will be the highest perception and the highest truth with any situation. And then from that naturally comes, what would love do? What would God do? And everything just becomes so simple and so easy. And there's nothing to worry about because you won't ever come out on the losing end. Even if it seems like so, through the mind. Everything you give you're given to yourself. And it is just universal law that what you give out is what gets reflected back to you. So you're never losing. It's impossible to lose in any situation. So how would you live your life and how would you act if you know that you won't ever lose? And you won't ever lack anything. In the end, it always comes back to you. Here's my cat. She's not worried about losing anything. That's what I wanted to share today. I love you, whoever's watching, so much.